was very hard because my son is nearly 9 and he's doing virtual school. And to be a hands-on parent with a newborn, not making him feel like he's being ignored because he's always been the apple of my eye. I was just glad that it's being recreated with the same makers. So it was a Venus movie that I worked in, Main Khiladi Tu Anati. Mera became one of those iconic songs. Mera to matlab chest hi nikal jaye. And I had a base of Bharatnatyam. And I won't for my Bollywood kind of tumkas, but that's what became my USP. The one choreographer who was very, very difficult to please would be Prabhu Deva. And to dance with him is like, it's so stressful.
One of the most versatile, one of the most sensuous, and one of the most amazing human beings. Shilpa Shetty is here with me on Bollywood Bubble today. Welcome to Bollywood Bubble, Shilpa ma'am. Firstly, very happy to see you. I hoped that this was in person, but we get to talk to you in any way. I think that is enough for us. But tell me, how excited are you for Super Dancers? Because I know that dancing is something you particularly enjoy as well. You are one of the best dancers that we have in the industry. You will be returning as the judge yet again, but the times are such that there are certain reservations that we all have because of COVID. Did you have any apprehensions, and how did you are there any apprehensions per se when you are on set?
I'm someone who always is very precautious. And I really have always believed in precaution is better than cure. So we are taking ample amount of precautions on the sets, whether it be COVID tests, especially my core team is always tested. I must have done some 25 tests till now.
Oh my God.
Practically, every 10 days. It's like a prerequisite. And while I'm working, even if it means a brand shoot, we all get tested. So even on the sets of Super Dancer, all the children, the parents, the core team are all tested. And it is some kind of consolation, but you could test negative one day and the next day you could be positive. True. So you really don't know. You just have to work on your own immunity, make sure that you're masked up, you're using sanitizer, and you are taking enough care. So you can't.
And your fingers are crossed. And fingers are crossed, only praying, because you don't know what is going to happen, especially when you return home to your kids, to your family. I think that. But tell me, the kind of talents that we see in Super Dancers usually, it is amazing, it's mind-blowing. But has there been any one in particular, any dance form in particular, which really blew your mind?
This time around, we've had some exceptional talent, and we've had talent coming from different areas. We've never had a contestant from Arunachal Pradesh. This time, in this chapter, we're going to see that. We've had a lot of children doing authentic Indian dance forms like Kathak and Bharatnatyam and really, really acing it, doing it on fleek. So it's going to be a really tough call for us judges this time. And this time around, funny enough, Bhavna, we've had children who are really, really young. So many children who are under 5. Under 5 and...
Under 5?
Yeah.
Oh my God, okay.
Under 4-year-olds who are dancing like a dream. And
I did not even know what I wanted to do when I was 4 years.
Exactly. So we're looking at each other, we're like, she can't possibly be 4, And they're doing contemporary and I'm in shock when I come on the sets.
I think मुझे contemporary dance form होता है वही teenage
मुश्किल dance form
पता चला है. Yeah. But tell me, because you have been dancing and हमको dance के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत ही पता है, इतना ingrained knowledge मेरे को नहीं है. But you tell me, when you were learning, was there any, on when you perform in movies and otherwise as well, which is that one dance form you find very difficult, or one choreography which was difficult for you in particular?
I think when you enjoy dancing, you want to learn and you want to learn a new dance form. So I think वो सीखने की चाह होनी चाहिए, and I always kept my mind open. But yes, in terms of choreography, the one choreographer who was very, very difficult to please would be Prabhu Deva. The dance with him is like, it's so stressful. But I remember I did a movie with him, and he and I became very good friends after the movie, because during the movie, he would choreograph and then he would not be happy with the choreography. मैं पूरा rehearse करके आती थी और वो पूरी choreography वापस बदल देते थे. He's like, नहीं ये अच्छा नहीं है, तुम इससे अच्छा करती थी. I'm like, it's already so difficult. But Prabhu was like that, and I think I've never danced like the way he made me dance in that movie. और मुझे, I think the best compliment that I've ever received is when Prabhu said to me that, one of his friends told him that it's the first time that I watched Shilpa dance while you were in frame.
Wow, that is actually.
And it came to me from Prabhu, so I took it as a huge compliment. लेकिन बहुत मेहनत लगी उनके साथ डांस करने में.
I can only imagine, because oh my God, Prabhu Deva sir's choreography, even I sometimes even try to do that one like this, and you'll be like, oh my God, it's just too painful. You can't do it.
They are blessed dancers. We all have our advantages. I sometimes tell Geeta that thank God I didn't come into the industry, in this time, because there's so many different dance forms. Hip hop and contemporary. There's so many. I mean, at the spur of the moment, I can't even think of them. But there's stutting and there's popping, and मेरा तो मतलब chest ही निकल जाए. I had a base of Bharatnatyam. And also my Bollywood kind of tumkas, but that's what became my USP. And I was very happy being in that space. But now there's influx of heroines who come in with like proper dance training, and they're like doing such a great job. Thank God, there's too much to compete with at this point.
But tell me, I remember you will be recreating your iconic Chura Ke Dil Mera this time with Mizan. How was it to go back to that song? Because it's iconic. Even today we listen to that song and we are just like, we just look at you, how beautifully you've done that song back then. Do you feel that pressure though to recreate it?
It was a little bit of pressure, but I was just glad that it's being recreated with the same makers. So it was a Venus movie that I worked in, Mera Mera became one of those iconic songs. That actually was a huge milestone in my career. And now when I'm making a comeback, I'm actually doing it again in Hangama 2, not as a snippet, but it's an actual full-on song again. And I've danced with Mizan. So the choreography, while we've kept the original element, it's a very different song, and it's a situational song.
Oh my God,
Yeah, the audience I think will really love it, and I think it's one of the first times that the same actors recreating.
I was about to come to that. Yeah, that is actually a lot of pressure, because people will be like Shilpa Shetty back then and now after, and they are just going to be comparisons being made. But I'm sure we loved you then, we love you now, and we'll love you forever.
I hope so.
But tell me, super dancer जब हम बोलते हैं, who, according to you, in this industry, if you had to give this title to someone, who would it be? A super dancer, according to you?
Tiger
Shroff. Wow. And if you were given if you had to throw a face-off challenge with someone, who would it be? Who would you want to do a face-off with when it comes to dance?
I don't want to do a face-off with anyone. But that person would win.
Not at all, I'm sure people.
I've never been the kind of dancer who is emphasized on perfection. I always had my own style. I still continue to. So if I'm uncomfortable doing a certain movement, like everybody has their own style, and I think style kind of weighs over or outweighs perfection, So I always make it my own, the movement, and I do it enjoying the movement. For me, dance is about expressing yourself, and it's about enjoying and being in that moment. So for me, the minute it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's aerobics. You know what I'm saying? I can't dance like that.
But lastly, now, before I wrap this, I want to know that since we mentioned COVID, I want to know that how how did you maintain your sanity throughout this time, Shilpa ma'am? Because I know that there were times when you would be pulled down. You would be like, when will things come to normal? It took a mental toll on a lot of people, including me. I would speak for myself. But how did you keep up and keep your sanity intact during that difficult time?
Yoga. Yoga, and honestly, it wasn't that bad for me because it really gave me that needed time that I was craving for.
Right.
Because I am dabbling in a lot of spheres and a lot of things, so I really needed that time off. I had a baby, so I had my daughter Samisha, and it gave me that time and that quality time with both my kids. It was very hard because my son is nearly 9 and he's doing virtual school, and to be a hands-on parent with a newborn, not making him feel like he's being ignored, because he's always been the apple of my eye, and all of us. That was a hard task, but other than that, I think it was a great time, and I always look at things very positively. So I don't want to be positive, but
I know that you have always been someone who has always spread positivity and believed in optimism, and I think that is exactly what we also love about you. But thank you so much, and all the very best for Super Dancer Chapter 3.
Thank you. Please watch this season.
Of course, I mean, always.